Okay, students, good morning. Today we are going to start our second chapter, real numbers. Okay, last period we already completed our first chapter, sets, and the last year we have completed, or we know that the different sets of the numbers. For example, natural number. And so on. This is the set of natural numbers. Then whole numbers, set of whole numbers. And so on. That is 0 increases into this set whole number. Then set of integer, which includes the negative numbers and positive numbers. Negative numbers are on the left hand side, 0 in between them, and towards the right hand side, positive numbers. For example, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. That is, the values of the numbers are increases from left to right hand side. Then the next set is the quotient number. Next set is quotient number, that is rational numbers. Set of rational numbers, that is the fractional numbers are included into that set. That is, if set of p upon q numbers, set of p upon q numbers such that p q belongs to integer. P q belongs to integers. That is negative number. It may be negative, 0 or positive numbers. And there is one condition: q does not equal to 0. Q does not equal to 0, because to divide by 0 it is meaningless. To divide by 0 it is meaningless. शून्याने भागणं म्हणजे ते अर्थहीन आहे किंवा त्याची कुठलीही किंमत येणार नाही, म्हणून छेदस्थानी शून्य नको आहे. That is p upon q means the number in the form of numerator and denominator. अंश आणि छेद या स्वरूपात असणाऱ्या संख्या. The number in the form of numerator and denominator, that is the rational numbers. Then the last set is real numbers. Last set is real numbers, that is set of rational and irrational numbers. Set of rational and irrational numbers. Set of rational and irrational numbers. These are the rational numbers. And then suppose we are including the irrational number, √2, √3, √5. These are the irrational numbers. Set of rational and irrational number is the real number. And if we arrange them in the decreasing order, then real number, or the increasing order, then the smallest set is the natural number, which is subset of whole number, which is subset of integer, which is subset of quotient number, that is rational number, which is subset of real number. That is, real number is the greatest set, which includes all the numbers. Okay, this is the order relation in the natural number to real number. That is, the number or the sets are increasing from natural number to real number. Real number is the biggest set. Real number is the biggest set. Then our next point is order relation in rational numbers. Order relation in rational numbers. order relation in rational numbers. Okay, that is if P upon Q and R upon S, these are the two rational numbers. If P upon Q and R upon S, these two are the rational numbers. P upon Q and R upon S, these are the rational numbers. Then how we can decide which is greater or equal or less than, or there is relation between them, that two numbers, that we have to decide. Then there are three modes. Which are that three modes? Suppose we take the cross multiplication. Suppose we are taking the cross multiplication. Again here there are two conditions. Q not equal to 0. S not equal to 0. If we take the cross multiplication, then there are three modes. First, if P into S is equal to Q into R, the product cross multiplication, product of that two number is equal, then therefore P upon Q equal to R upon S. If both products are equal, then that two numbers are also equal. Second, P into S greater than Q into R. P into S greater than Q into R. Therefore, P upon Q greater than R upon S. P upon Q greater than R upon S. And third condition, if P into S less than Q into R, then P upon Q less than R upon S. These are the three modes. These are the three modes, and from that we can decide the order relation between them. Properties of relation rational numbers. For example, if we take find the order relation. Find the order relation between 2 upon 3 and 11 upon 9. 2 upon 3 and 11 upon 9. We have to find out the order relation between these two numbers. Then by the method we have to take the cross multiplication. Therefore 2 into 9, 3 into 11. 2 9s are 18 and 11 3s are 33. 33 is greater than 18. Therefore 2 upon 3 is less than 11 upon 9. Therefore 2 upon 3 is less than 11 upon 9. This sign we have to use in our question. Which is the question? This decide 2 upon 3 and 11 upon 9. We have to decide which is the greater or less or equal number. By taking cross multiplication, we can decide the order relation between that two numbers. Then property of rational numbers. Property of rational numbers. Properties of rational numbers. Here 4 properties are there. From the chart, page number 19. From the chart you can take that properties: commutative property, associative, identity and inverse. These are the 4 properties. Take that 4 property from the chart, page number 19. Then decimal form of rational number. Next point is decimal form of rational numbers, and then we have to decide whether it is terminating or non-terminating. Decimal form of rational numbers. Decimal form of rational numbers, and from that we have to study the terminating or non-terminating of the rational number. For example, 2 upon 5. 2 upon 5. We have to transfer this fraction into decimal form. Then how we can transfer? We have to only divide this 2 by 5. Then if we are dividing the 2 by 5, then 2 is less than the 5. Therefore, we have to take decimal point. And then take 20. Then 5, 4 are 20. This is the terminating decimal form, terminating type. Terminating. Then if we are taking another example, 1 upon 3, then again 0 point. Divide this 1 by 3, take 0 on that, then 3 3s are 9, again 1 is remaining, take 0 on that, 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9, and so on. This is also non-terminating. This is non-terminating but recurring. Non-terminating but recurring. Non-terminating but recurring. Non-terminating but recurring. This is non-terminating. Same group came again and again. Then we can write down this like this. Bar 3, 0 point bar 3, or 0 point dot 3, 0 point dot 3. Then another example, 101 upon 8. 101 upon 8. Then divide this 101 by 8. 8 1 are 8. Then 2 is remaining, 21. 8 2 are 16. Then 21 minus 16, 5 is remaining. Then 50. Then 8 6 are 48. 8 7 48. दोन राहिले खाली, परत मग 16. आता म्हणजे 40. That is terminating. Then there are different examples are also given. 56 upon 37. 56 upon 37. The decimal form of that is 1.51. 513, 513, 1.513, 513 is equal to 1.513 bar. Or this is the non-terminating but recurring. Non-terminating. Non-terminating but recurring म्हणजे खंडित झालेली प्रक्रिया नाही, अखंड आणि अनावर्ती. अखंड आणि आवर्ती. अखंड आणि आवर्ती म्हणजे नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग बट रिकरिंग. ठराविक गट येणार आहे, ती प्रक्रिया सतत पुढे पुढे चालू राहणार आहे ठराविक गटागटाने. म्हणजे non-terminating but recurring. That is the decimal form of rational number. Decimal form of rational number is terminating or non-terminating but recurring. Terminating or non-terminating but recurring. This terminating form, again we can transfer into non-terminating by taking 0. Again we can transfer it into by taking 0. That is decimal form of rational number is non-terminating but recurring. Non-terminating but recurring. Got it? Okay. Take down this. You can solve. You can take the fractional numbers, different fractional numbers, and carry out their division and carry out the conclusion: terminating or non-terminating but recurring. Take 3 or more, 4 examples. Again, leave this space to write down that examples, and then write down the next point to express. To express the recurring decimal, to express the recurring decimal in P upon Q form. Just we have studied the fractional number is converted in how fractional number is converted into decimal form. Now decimal form is converted into fractional number or rational number. That we have to study now. It is also very simple. Only concentrate on that examples. Express. Take down first example. Express. There are 2 examples which are small examples from your book, and there is practice set 2.1. Suppose we take any one example from that. Express the recurring decimal. Express the recurring decimal. Express the recurring decimal in P upon Q form. Express the recurring decimal 0.77 and so on in recurring P upon Q form. Then see, if you observe that number, then first we have to assume that equal to x. Let the x is that number. X is that number. Then how many digits are there after the decimal point? Observe that same type of digits. If sometimes there may be a group, sometimes there may be a group. Then that group, if there are 2 number group or 2 digit number group, 3 digit number group, this is the 1 digit number. That is 1 digit number 777. There is only one type of number is there. Then we can multiply this number by 10 to transfer this one number or one digit towards the left hand side. That is multiply by 10. On both sides. Because this one digit number or one digit we have to transfer towards the left hand side. Due to which that 7 will transfer towards the left hand side, and we can convert that number into the P upon Q form or rational number. That is why one type of number multiplied by 10. Suppose there are 2 digits, different 2 digits or group of that 2 digits, multiply by 100. If there are 3 digit number, multiply by 1000. This is 1 digit number, one type of digit, then multiplied by 10. Therefore 10x is equal to 7.77 of bar 7. 7.7. Then subtract the above number from this answer or from this step. Subtract the above number. Therefore 10x minus x. From 10x we have to subtract this. 10x minus x is equal to 7.7 minus 0.7. 7.7 minus 0.7. 10x minus x, 9x is equal to 7.7. This bar 7 minus bar 7, it will get equal to 0. Therefore, equal to 7. Transfer this 9, it is multiplied, it will be divided. Therefore, x is equal to 7 upon 9. Therefore, 0.777 equal to 7 upon 9. This decimal number is converted into this fractional number or rational number. In this way, we can transfer from the practice set. From the practice set, there is another one example. Write down that example from practice set. 3.17. 3.17 from the practice set. The example number 3rd. From the practice set 2.1. Example number 3rd. That we can solve here. Then see again. Let x is equal to 3.17. X is equal to 3.17. Then again multiply this number by which number? There are, after the decimal form, there are two types of two-digit number. This group came again and again. 0.17, 0.17, 0.17. That is, this group came again and again. That is two-digit number, 1 and 2. Then we can multiply it by which number? By 100. Suppose there is only one number, by 10. Two-digit number by 100. Three-digit number by 1000. Multiply on both sides by 100. Multiply on both sides by 100. Therefore, Therefore, 100x is equal to 317.17. 317. This 17 one number one group came towards the left hand side because we are multiplying it by 100. 3.17. Again subtract this number from this. Therefore, 100x minus x is equal to 317.17 minus 3.17 minus 3.17. Then 100x minus x, 99x is equal to this bar 17 will get vanish and subtract this 3 from this number, that is 314. Then transfer this 99 towards right hand side. Therefore, x is equal to 314 upon 99. Therefore, 3.17 is equal to 314 upon 99. This is our final answer. Then see here the practice set 2.1. You can solve. It is easy. Carry out the decimal form. That is division. You have to carry out division. Then terminating or non-terminating. You can tell easily. That is practice set 2.1. From that, there are 3 questions. 1, 2, 3. In each question, the example number 4th and 5th. In each question, example number 4th and 5th is eliminated from the syllabus. चौथा आणि पाचवा उदाहरण या सिलेबस मधनं कट केलेले 2.1 मधलं 3 प्रश्न आहेत. 3 प्रश्नातल्या प्रत्येक प्रश्नामधलं चौथा आणि पाचवा उदाहरण हे कट केलेलं आहे. म्हणून ती कट करा आणि 1 2 3 उदाहरणं आहेत, अगदी सोपी आहेत, तुम्ही ती सोडू शकता. इथे एक उदाहरण घेतलं आपण प्रॅक्टिस सेटमधलं, बाकीचे उदाहरणं सोडवा. इथे टुमॉरो वी विल कंटिन्यू the next point, that is show the root 2 and root 3 on number line. Okay, thank you.